In mid-January, an article in the New York Times reported that the Chinese energy conglomerate HanEnergy announced during a press conference in Beijing that they had acquired the California-based solar energy firm Miasole for about one-tenth of the $1.2 billion that Miasole's board initially sought for the company. HanEnergy is a privately owned but government-supported enterprise in the sustainable energy and technology sectors. The company, through multiple international acquisitions and government-supported research, provides solar, hydroelectric, and wind energy generation and control systems. China plans to provide 17 gigawatts of solar-generated power by 2015. What is interesting about this particular direct foreign investment is that the acquiring Chinese company is less interested in production capabilities or garnering access to foreign markets. HanEnergy wants Miasole's technology patents, the value of which is reported to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Miasole's investors, mostly venture capital firms, have put more than $550 million into the company, but were unwilling to provide the additional large sums the company needs to continue developing this product. More than 90 potential purchasers looked at Miasole, but it attracted very few bidders. What helped to kill the value of this one-time leader in solar energy was the flood of silicon-based solar panels that can be produced so cheaply in China. Indeed, both the European Union and the United States have accused China of dumping subsidized solar panels in foreign markets far below the cost of manufacturing them, an accusation that China has denied. Although the U.S. government's imposition of tariffs in 2011 on Chinese conventional panels helped, the industry was too slow to seek this protection, and following excessive losses, investors were unwilling to accept further risk. In 2012, venture capital financing in the solar sector plummeted to $992 million from the $1.9 billion in 2011. But what made Miasole still so enticing to HanEnergy was the U.S. Department of Energy's confirmation that the company's copper indium gallium selenide, or CIGS, thin-film solar panels have achieved a 15.7% efficiency, which allow the thin film to more effectively compete with the traditional silicon solar panels. Miasole's recent gain in efficiency brings its thin-film solar panels closer to reaching the cost threshold of $1 per watt to install and maintain, which is the Department of Energy's goal for solar panel efficiency. At $1 per watt, solar panels would be able to compete with traditionally generated electricity. Miasole eventually wants to cut this cost to 33 cents per watt. Thin-film solar panels can be built on a flexible form, allowing more architectural flexibility as well as better integration into a building's facade. Additionally, thin-film panels weigh much less, so they can be integrated into structures that were previously unable to support the much heavier traditional glass-encased solar panels. To minimize risk of relocating, HanEnergy plans to maintain Miasole's manufacturing and research operations in California with only the addition of 2 Chinese executives. However, large-scale production of Miasole's technology will eventually be moved to China, where the company can take advantage of its government support. Thin film technology may be a game changer in an industry already flooded with silicon-based solar panels. During the news conference in Beijing, Li Hijun, the chairman of HanEnergy, said, quote, "Everyone knows about the overcapacity in the solar energy industry in China, but this issue is a relative one. For those who have technology, the situation is the opposite." Industry insiders agree, quote, "Going head-to-head against the Asian low-cost, mass-volume crystalline silicon manufacturers is not a wise strategy," said Neil Auerbach, the managing partner of Hudson Clean Energy Partners. But if adopting advanced technology, you have a niche strategy in which those incumbents do not have a competitive advantage. With the purchase of Miasole, HanEnergy is becoming a global solar thin-film leader and has positioned itself in both the U.S. and the European markets. Previously, the company purchased another CIGS thin-film maker called SolarPro from Q-Cells in Germany and plans to continue to utilize those production facilities. Meanwhile, many other thin-film companies are overhauling their business strategies. First Solar, an industry leader, now considers itself a developer and seller of solar power plants rather than a module maker. Eventually, the company plans to only produce panels for its own projects rather than attempting to compete on the global market. It is yet to be seen if the investment in thin-skinned CIGS technology can increase market share for the solar producers and provide clean, competitive, renewable energy. In the meantime, Miasole will be able to continue its research thanks to the investment of HanEnergy and the backing of the Chinese government.